Good afternoon, I'm Will Martin with Hunter News. A 66-year-old Windale man has been charged with the murder of 38-year-old Renee Mitchell, who was found dead in a reserve near Lake Macquarie yesterday. Emergency services were called to Bangalore Reserve on Crowdace Road, Windale, early yesterday, where the woman's body had been discovered. Police Sergeant Dave Rose says the man will face court today.
It was around 11:30 yesterday, following investigations. Police from Lake Macquarie Local Area Command stopped a vehicle on Mile Road at Cardiff. The driver was arrested and the vehicle seized for forensic examination. That man was taken to Charlestown Police Station. He was later charged with murder. The 66-year-old Windale man was refused bail. It's expected he will appear in Newcastle Local Court later today.
After waiting for over 2 decades, it has been announced today that YE will be connected to the sewage system as a result of a $26 million pipeline. The project will allow enough capacity to transfer flows from 1,000 lots and is expected to account for any projected population growth in the area. Lake Macquarie Mayor Jodie Harrison says the pipeline is a result of years of work.
There's certainly been over 30 years of community feedback from the people of Waihe that they want to be connected to the main sewage system. Lake Macquarie has lobbied quite hard for that with Hunter Water Corp, and it's really pleasing to hear about the announcement from Hunter Water Corp today.
Maitland City Council are calling for feedback from residents on its draft of the Hunter River Floodplain Risk Management Study and Plan, which is currently on exhibition. It is on display alongside the Local Environment Plan flood maps and Development Control Plan at Council and the local libraries. Council's Manager for Urban Growth, Ian Shillington, says the plans hoped to improve flood management practices.
Maitland City Council is subject to river flooding, so this is dealing with major river flooding from the Hunter River. It's also dealing with the impacts that increased rainfall and climate change might have, looking at the types of measures that we should put in place, such as site detention, catchment treatment, proposed response measures, improving flood warning and evacuation planning.
Community leaders are in outrage this morning following the unprovoked assault of an Islamic man outside the mosque at Wallsend. The 47-year-old victim was reportedly standing outside the main gates of the mosque after evening prayers, with 2 small children present when the incident occurred. Wallsend MP Sonia Hornery says residents should not accept behaviour like this taking place.
Any behaviour from our community to attack in an unprovoked fashion a worshipper leaving the mosque is unacceptable, and I know that the Wallsend community at large would not accept that kind of behaviour. It is unacceptable.
Newcastle Airport has hit record highs in passenger numbers this month. The 24th of October was the busiest day on record at Newcastle Airport, with 4,600 passengers travelling through the terminals. October saw 107,000 passengers in total using the airport, making it their 6th busiest month on record. The airport's Manager of Aviation Business Development, David Nye, says there are many reasons for the spike in passengers.
October, we have a really strong mix early on in the month. From a leisure perspective, it's still the end of the school holidays and there's a long weekend in there as well, so that tends to drive a lot of visitation to and from the region. And then as the month progresses, we see a strong uptake in business traffic.
Now with sport, Iona McNabb.
Newcastle night swinger Sione Matautia will be taking it easy for the next day or so as he and several of his Kangaroos teammates try to beat the flu. Beau Scott has also come down with the virus but hasn't been selected to play New Zealand in Saturday's Four Nations decider. Meanwhile, Shane Hayne will hang up his NRL referee's whistle. The former Musselbrook resident officiated at 328 games in the first grade. Toronto's Callan O'Reilly is hoping his recent form reversal will carry over to the New South Wales Golf Open over the next 4 days at Stonecutters Ridge in Western Sydney. O'Reilly is approaching the end of his first year as a professional after missing the cut at the China Masters as well as the Western Australian Open and Perth International in the past month, despite better performances. And Toronto's Griffin Lee and Peter McCready, along with Maitland's Pat McGann, will be part of a first for New South Wales cricket when they take part in the Under-17 national titles next month. That's sport. I'm Iona McNabb.
2 on your RFM news time is 12:10.